Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry to keep you waiting, but it's a little bit investment theory behind that. Not actually, but something like that maybe. Good morning, how are you doing? Welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European Time on the dollar. We do this show every day, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. because we gotta know. We gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, micro markets, sizes. Are we going up? Are we going down? What's happening with DXY? Stock market, is it gonna drop? Is Bitcoin dropping right now? This 5 minutes time frame, it really doesn't matter, but I got short positions open, so I like to watch 5 minute charts and 5-second charts and stuff like that. So we're gonna talk about that. Before we start, guys, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having nice time. Now we are getting rejected all over the place, and I think we are in some kind of short-term downtrend over here. So we are definitely looking for where the bottom is, but I just don't see it yet. So I'm still short, and I'm still looking for some kind of lower lows. So we're gonna see how this actually plays out eventually. That said, I just mentioned investment theory in the start, so I can give you life lesson. In life, sorry about that. Drink a little coffee here. In life, if you invest in something, if you invest time into something, you are less likely to give it up. So you will see a lot of relationships that goes on for years and years, and people have a really hard time going away from each other, splitting up, even the relationship is really bad because they invested so much time and effort into something. It's really hard to give up, right? But you'll see relationships where people are together for a short time and they're like, yeah, bye-bye, I'm going. So if you invest time into something, it's very hard to abandon that. So if you have for example a business deal with somebody, if you get that person to invest time to researching the deal, doing something about it, even though it's a bad deal for him, if he invests a lot of time into that deal for whatever reason, he's more likely to accept a bad deal because he used so much time, researching, doing stuff, going forward and back, doing meetings. He's a lot more, it's a lot hard for him to, leave the deal because he invested so much time into it. So in anything in life, if you want another person to agree to something or not, you might try to, do certain things to make them invest time into that. If you go, for example, in a bar, you meet some kind of girl, she's less likely to, not to talk to you if you just, say hi. But if you get her to, chat with you a little bit or something like that, and, you get her to, maybe even buy you a drink or something like that, she's less likely to abandon all of that because she invested time into you, right? So that's with everything in life. Doesn't matter whether that's technical analysis, some kind of sport or anything like that. If you're doing sports and you're doing sports for like 5 years, you're less likely to just say, I don't want to do this more, I'm gonna do something else. You just invested 5 times into that thing, right? So investment theory goes behind that, right? So when you come to my channel and you watch intro for 10 minutes, you're less likely to go away. And I've been here for 10 minutes, I gotta watch the rest of it. No, it's nothing like that, but I just thought about that, so thought I should mention the investment theory behind that. Mladen Petrov is in the chat. How you doing, man? What's up? Mladen TLA, boys. Yeah, Mladen. It's no longer only TLA, it's Mladen and TLA. Naruto might hold 22.6, but I'm like 50-50. Good morning, Huawei. How you doing, man? Garrett. Good morning, Dutch Red Team. What's up? Morning, hit like button. 1 hour 50 MA got us rejected 56 times. You went and counted the amount of times you got rejected. Damn. This is 1 hourly 50 moving average. No, this is 20. 50 moving average. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times over here. It's 5 times over here. It's 5 times over here. At least in this, this downtrend up here. The rest of it doesn't matter. But right now, 5 times on the 50 moving average on the 1 hourly, definitely. And even these moves up here, I was actually looking at this move up here, over here, and it is playing out nicely so far. If you look at it here on the, let me see, the moving averages up here on the daily time frame. Was it daily time frame? No, it was 4 hourly time frame. Yeah, 4 hourly time frame up here. We came all the way up to some kind of 20 moving average and got big time rejected by that and right back down again, which is kind of bearish. And there is no divergence down here on the 4 hourly either. There is nothing down here on the bottom. There is no divergence on the bottom down. The momentum is still going towards the upside, but it's kind of just going sideways. Christo, morning. I'm getting anxious. Mac, good morning all. How you doing, man? Christo, will 22k hold? Big questions, man. Big questions. Let's see down in chat. Moram da priznam bear. Vladan is a little bit bearish. Don't worry, guys. I'll translate the important stuff for you guys. Sola Claudio, hello everyone. How you doing, man? Roshten, I'm still shorting ARA and I shorted SHIB like 30 minutes ago. Nice. Nice intro. I must go now. No, you stay. Egix, WTF. I didn't know we on a date, TLA. I forgot to put my jewelry on. Morning bears, morning guys. How you doing, guys? Okay, now that we've gone through the chat. And as we are, you know, starting with, you know, life lessons, I can give you one more life lesson over here. And that's, you know, I'm 40 years old. I got life lessons, guys. I got life lessons. I learned stuff during the, you know, my time as a young adult. Twitter. Crypto. I learned my, you know, some stuff, you know. I went through, you know, certain stuff in life. Here you'll see, this was a very, very interesting. Wellchart.org posted, Justin, Spanish luxury rehab center adds crypto trading addiction to service list. So this is very normal. It's, you know, crypto trading can be, you know, addictive just like anything else. Whether that's poker, whether that's gaming, whether that's, you know, smoking, you know, you know, there is a lot of addictions in life. But I thought it was very interesting that it was a luxury rehab, you know, because, you know, we traders, you know, you know, crypto guys, we got money, so, you know, they know their target audience. But that said, I want to say a quick word about addiction. And guys, addictions are not actually a bad thing. You know, if you see some kind of workaholic, he might actually, you know, he's addicted to working, and if he's making money, it's all good, right? And the same thing goes, you know, if you have some kind of, you know, addiction to, you know, trading or stuff like that. I mean, if you are making money, you know, nobody's gonna put you in a rehab, right? If you're addicted to trading, you are making money, nobody's gonna put you in a rehab. If you're a poker player and you are winning big bucks, nobody's gonna put you in a nobody's gonna say, hey man, you got an addiction, you should probably go to a rehab. No, nobody's gonna do that. It's only if you're losing money that people are gonna put you and they say, hey, maybe you should go to a rehab, you know, to get off that addiction, right? So if you have addictions can be both good and bad. They are good if they are, you know, positive for your life and, you know, move your life forward. You know, you can have addiction, you know, where you like to, you know, build stuff, you know, make stuff around the house, maybe even sell that, you know, make a living out of it. So if you get that kind of addiction, that's a good addiction. Addictions can be good and bad, but if you have a gaming addiction and you're not making life, you're just sitting in your room, not doing anything with your life, you know, people will say, hey man, maybe you should, you know, try to figure out, you know, how to, you know, make, you know, gaming addiction, you know, to put the bread on the table, right? I mean, there are guys who are having a gaming addiction, but, you know, they are also on YouTube and, you know, making money, or they are maybe, you know, top 0.01% in the world in whatever game they're playing, they're making money. That's a good addiction, right? But if the addiction is not making money, if addiction is making your life worse, now that's a bad addiction, right? So remember, just because you have addictions are actually a very good thing. And people that, you know, are very addictive to certain stuff, they have this tendency that's, you know, very competitive. They have this tendency that's, that are very, you know, they're very hyper-focused on certain things. And I have a very easy time to getting addictions. So the way I, you know, cut addiction is I figure out you cannot cut addiction. It's really hard to, you know, get rid of addiction. Doesn't matter what it is. The only thing you can change, because, you know, your personality is very hyperactive, you're, or hyper-focused, and when you do one thing, you can do only that thing very well. You get, you know, your whole mind goes into that thing. And when you have this kind of, you know, personality that where you are addicted very easily thing, you cannot actually just, you know, just stop it. Just say, nah, I'm just not gonna do that anymore. I mean, the only thing you can change is to take the addiction and change it with some other addiction that maybe might be a little bit more, you know, positive for your life, right? So addictions not bad, they're actually very good, but, you know, find addiction that, you know, it's making your life, you know, better. It's making a lot better. Now that we got addictions out of the way, and, you know, in the investment theory and the tweet, we can talk about Bitcoin and what's happening up here on the charts. 26 minutes in and we didn't do anything. Lana had trigger anxiety last night, didn't long anything, was waiting for a big drop. So like Claudio, when it comes to trigger anxiety, you know, maybe you should try, you know, making some, you know, putting in less money, because less money definitely, you know, helps with trigger anxiety. At least, you know, it kind of fixed for me. So there is that. Come on, drop. Big DXY candle. Addiction is bad. Not all addictions are bad. Some addictions are bad, but there are also good addictions. So DXY up here going a little bit towards upside up here. It is breaking everything, guys. There have been three horizontal lines up here and a trend line over here that I put that I saw as a major resistance level on a bigger time frames up here on daily time frame. This is a 2-day time frame down here. This is the weekly time frame over here. Some kind of addiction, and it's just blasting through everything, guys. So DXY definitely looks very strong, very bullish, and it's definitely going towards the upside right now. We'll see how much it actually plays out. Now on Bitcoin is still in a downtrend, guys. Unfortunately, it's still in a downtrend, and as you can see down here, we can put the line up here. We can remove the move here so this is easier to see. You can see down here we are still in a downtrend. We came up here to the resistance, blast down. So we went down another level towards downside over here, right? And on this level up here, we went sideways up here. We had that push towards the upside, but the same kind of resistance pushed us down. Now this push down up here blasted us through the support level. You can see up here that we had the support level around 20.8, and we blasted through everything down. Now we did manage to, you know, recover a little bit and go up here a little bit towards the upside, but it still looks very, very weak. So this downtrend over here is definitely still in full effect, and it's pushing us down. Whether this is some kind of channel or something like that, we can look at it a little bit later, but it does look like we are still in the downtrend now. It is a short-term downtrend. And although this bigger, you know, move towards upside is curving to the right and looks like it's starting breaking towards downside, we still don't have these, you know, a bigger lower lows. We can say, okay, now definitely the trend is towards downside. The trend is still, you know, bigger trend is still not towards downside, but it does look weak, and we are pushing, you know, the short-term trend towards the levels that if we do break these levels towards downside, we will have broken this uptrend over here. So this uptrend over here is still right, you know, it's curving a little bit, but it's still not over yet. I mean, there, you know, people are still clinching to some kind of hope that, you know, we will hold certain levels up here. It will bounce up here towards upside. The resistance will be broken, will make new higher high. There is some kind of, you know, resistance line up here. We'll break that. You know, we continue above 25, whatever, right? I mean, that can definitely happen, and I'm not saying that, you know, that's not gonna happen, but I'm just saying that, you know, if that's gonna happen, if we're gonna go towards upside, something needs to happen on the chart. Either break of the resistance, either some kind of bottom, either some kind of bullish sentiment up here. Sorry, a very, very bearish sentiment. Until something needs to happen on the bottom, so we can say, okay, right now this downtrend over here is kind of, you know, breaking up. Over here, that would be something like this. Up here, we will be seeing some kind of longer consolidation. Over here, maybe outside of the trend, because this trend over here goes towards downside. So if you do break, you know, towards upside up here, or even sideways over here, that would be very good, because then we will be able to say, okay, the trend is actually right now broken, so we are going through some kind of consolidation. There is still probability to drop down, but if it, you know, continues towards upside, then we can say, okay, this short-term downtrend here is broken, the support did hold, we are, you know, consolidation is done, we are right now having a nice continuation of the uptrend of this bigger move up here. That did not happen just yet, so I'm, you know, still, you know, saying that, you know, we should be a little bit, you know, careful up here. The big, you know, big levels haven't broken yet, but short-term downtrend over here definitely in full effect. Now let me just see up here, you know, you can say that this is some kind of a expanding channel towards downside, or something like expanding musical instrument towards downside, but it could be also some kind of, you know, channel up here that, you know, we are missing, that, you know, I haven't drawn very well. Maybe something like this over here, channel towards downside. Now these channel towards downside are very, very steep, and, you know, once they break towards upside, they can have a nice moves up. But if you see this channel, for example, up here, you know, going down here and, you know, blasting through the support levels over here, that means big dump is on its way. I'm really glad that, you know, the channel is very steep, because these steep channels do tend to break up eventually. But over here on the small, on the time frames, 4-hourly time frame, we don't have any kind of divergence or anything that indicates that we are very, very bearish. Now this is 4-hourly time frame. You'll see right now that 4-hourly came down to some kind of 34 levels down here on these bottoms. On these bottoms up here, and the top up here also doesn't have any kind of divergence, so there is no divergence on the chart, but it is a downtrend downtrend move without any kind of divergence. Also, we are not you know, oversold down here at, you know, below 30 levels on the 4 hour that you can say, okay, right now we're gonna go towards the upside. The MACD on the 4 hour is getting squeezed up here, but it doesn't, and even though you're losing momentum up here, you're losing momentum inside the consolidation up here, which is very, very normal. The volume should also go down here. I don't know if it's going out on all the charts up here. You can see it up here. Even though we are consolidating up here kind of sideways, the volume is going down, the momentum is going down, the RSI is kind of stable. So right now the big move is going to come soon, but losing volume, losing momentum in a consolidation is a very normal thing to do. And on the 4 hour time frame right now, you know, we are not looking at daily time frame, but 4 hour time frames, we don't have actually that much. Also, you'll see that in a bigger scale up here in the move towards downside, the momentum over here is actually increasing towards downside, right? And that would indicate that the move is legit towards the downside. So it's a little bit scary. I'm still looking for where the bottom can be. I don't see it just yet. On the daily time frame up here, we had a big no-no. This is a big warning sign up here. You are below, we closed below the 20 moving average, as you can see up here on the daily time frame. We also closed below this support level up here, so we are losing support by support, and we got to keep you know bearish sentiment a little bit. So if we do break this trend over here, if you do break this trend over here, maybe some kind of 20 moving average, maybe even up here towards the upside up here, we still need to you know understand that this can, you know, drop down, because the momentum is shifting right now towards the downside over here. And as you can see in chat, people are a little bit anxious, We also got support down here at 22.6 up here, but and you can see up here on the dollar we hit at 22.6. But you know, if this channel, and let's try to draw the channel again up here, something like this over here, give or take. Let me see on the 4 hour time frame. It might be this one, it might be this one up here, it might be down there. I don't know where the channel should be. I think channel should be something like this over here. This is a better channel. Yeah, let's use this as some kind of a. So if you do break up here below the support down here at 22.6, if you do break through the support and break out of the channel towards the downside down here, that might be bad. Now, how much down we're gonna go? I'm seeing nothing below. You know, I'm not seeing anything below. You know, between these two levels over here. So this is literally empty space up here, and not actually empty space. There is some kind of action over here, but in the last part there is empty space. You know, we could go all the way down to 21k or something like that. But that assumes that we are going to drop down below 22.6. So it's only if we start dropping down below 22.6, closing down here, that we might see a bigger drop down to, you know, some kind of 20 levels down here or something like that. Even these, you know, 50, 200 moving average down here at 20k, they might actually happen. On the weekly time frame up here, you'll see that 10, 20 moving averages are also on the down here. But you know, before we get to that point, you know, this support down around 21k, give or take, you know, might hold. There is also support up here that might actually hold. This is actually very nice. So you can see up here in the small time frames, there is something at, you know, 21.8 and all the way down at you know, 20.8. There is also 200 moving average on the 4 hourly time frame. So the drop down, if it continues dropping down outside of this this support up here where we are right now, we are sitting on the support, guys. We are sitting also. So if we start dropping below that, we might see, you know, 21.8 or all the way down to, you know, 20.9, and even these low levels down are something like 20k. Now where the support is gonna kick in and we're gonna bounce, I don't know. This is thing about tech analysis. We don't actually know where the support is gonna kick in. We can assume once we start getting close to that support, we look at, you know, indicators, we look at oversold levels, we look at other stuff, we look at stuff that can actually tell us that, you know, stuff is changing, trend lines breaking, the trends, you know, moving around, curving, stuff like that, right? We can see these things once the thing starts to happen, but they're not happening yet, unfortunately. So I'm you know, short term up here, I'm still, you know, keeping a little bit, you know, bearish. Over here I'm a little bit shorting on the shorting side. Could we have a move towards the upside, and could I get wrecked? Definitely, but you know, I'm still on short side, especially after this rejection up here at the 20 moving average, especially after this big move down here below the support down here at you know, 22.8. We lost 22.8, 100% definitely. Down here we lost that. We are trying to regain that up here, but you can see up here that this move towards the upside, oftentimes when you break some kind of support level, like over here, bulls tend to, you know, jump on the long positions, and if they have a lot of power, they will push this, you know, very, very hard towards upside. But you can see here that we closed just barely below 10 moving average, and even getting rejected by that. So bears are definitely still pushing down. There is fight between bulls and bears, but bulls doesn't seem to be that bullish. Let me show you something here on the 5-minute chart. I did short Bitcoin over here at the top, somewhere up here. Not actually the top up here. It wasn't actually the best, you know, move. I should actually shorted this channel towards the upside up here, but I shorted some, you know, up here because I was like, oh, it's already hit upside, let's go down. And of course, it went a little bit up, but right now I'm okay. But this is what I want to show you right now. You can see up here. Let's go to another chart over here. This is a nice chart, and I think I explained this last time. When you have this big move towards downside, you can see here on the 4-hourly time frame, right? When you have any kind of big move towards the downside, oftentimes the bullish move should be you know, straight up, back up above the resistance up here, and that's a very, very strong bullish move. It tells you that this bottom might have been some kind of, you know, bottom. But when you see this curving, and we can see this on the small time frames, that's why I actually shorted Bitcoin. You see that this, you know, big impulsive move towards downside is kind of curving to the right, right? It's not going, you know, towards the upside over here. It's not very bullish move. It's kind of losing slowly, you know, slowly speed up here. The first move already kind of, broke this, you know, trend towards the upside over here, and then it started going towards the upside over here, right? And then this, you know, secondary trend over here, sideways trend over here, right now is getting broken as well. So it is kind of curving to the right side over here, and this is oftentimes, you know, sign of weakness on price. And that's what we're going for. But we already, you know, we see weakness already on, you know, bigger time frames up here. So I'm thinking we get a more down, you know, more moves down to come. Now, how much, you know, where, I don't know. But that's what I'm seeing, at least. That's what I'm seeing. The DXY is blasting through now. It is hitting this resistance area up here, and it can definitely do some kind of double top up here, get rejected and go down again. But it does look a little bit strong. It does look a little bit strong, especially after this move down over here. I was expecting a move towards downside, because if you look on, for example, on, where is it? On daily time frame. If you look at a daily time frame, we'll see that we are hitting this very important 50 moving average up here. This is a daily time frame 50. That's the yellow line up here. It was holding us as a support for a long time up here when he tried to hold it up here, and then broke through it, and then retested that 50 moving average, and then went down, then went up almost to the 50 moving average, went down. But right now we are looking like we are breaking that 50 moving average, so we are not rejected just yet. And especially if this candle up here close above the 50 moving average, we can assume that this thing over here is very strongly bullish. Now there will come a pullback eventually, right, somewhere, but I don't see the pullback just yet. And you can see that down here that the trend up here is still not broken. The trend is still going towards the upside, so the XY is still very much bullish. The stock markets up here, for example, the S&P 500 is back inside this rising wedge up here. It's still outside this triangle over here, but it's back inside the rising wedge. It might be just retesting up here something and then go towards the upside, but it's very insecure right now. The Dow Jones is going inside the triangle up here. It went up here, curved towards sideways up here, right now consolidating up here, and it's really hard to say, you know, this is a 50% consolidation, and after, you know, this big move down, and right now this bullish move towards the upside, I think it's really hard to say which way this is gonna break out. And I haven't analyzed it, you know, Dow Jones too much, so, you know, it's a little bit hard to say that. And when it comes to, you know, small time frames up here on the 4-hourly time frame, on the Nasdaq up here, what you're gonna see is a very nice channel up here that we tried to break 2 times towards the upside, failed both times. Right now we are inside the channel and moving towards the bottom of the channel. Right now we're sitting on the bottom line, but after these 2 big moves trying to, you know, break out, I'm looking more at the, you know, bottom side. It's only after this move up here breaks towards the downside that we might say that, you know, this is actually failing again. Just like Bitcoin right now, you can see up here we have this channel towards the upside. We have some kind of fake breakout towards the upside on that channel, and then move down to the support line, break that, some kind of retest on the moving averages. Is still, you know, inside some kind of downtrend over here. These are 5 minutes time frames, so they don't matter much, but, you know, the channel plays the same way, whether that's, you know, daily channel or a 5-minute channel. It really doesn't matter. So right now we look weak, and there are definitely some hopium lines and stuff like that, but the price is definitely, you know, breaking the 10 moving average, breaking the 20 moving average, broke the support. This was a major support level at 20.9. They really tried to hold this level. You can see up here This is the same line, right? You can see up here that we try to hold that level, right? We try to hold that level, and over here that level broke. That level broke, and right now we are curving to the side up here, and a lot more people are getting, like you saw in the chat, anxious, in fear. Why are we not bouncing? I mean, we have bounces, but you know, these bounces don't play out that far. So, you know, be careful, guys. We need to go above 20. I don't know how much we need to go above, but you know, I'm still looking at the trend over here. Right now, the trend is, yeah, 23K. We get above 23K up here, we are above the trend. We get above 20 moving average up here, we are above, you know, certain moving averages, 50 moving average at 22. I mean, there are definitely, you know, levels that we need to get above to become bullish again. So, you know, if you start getting rejected by this area, you know, over and over again, you know, that's, you know, we should assume bearish trend. The way I see it. No, I wake to work on Bluetooth, keep it lively, Sasha, lol. Morning, sir. I took profits yesterday. Very nice. Were you short or long, Muhammad? I'm gonna permanent bet. I don't care if the price is up or down. I trade both directions. I just don't think Bitcoin bottom yet. Right now, I don't think so either. Not gonna lie. Told your accounts now. Don't be stingy. There we go. Everyone expect a drop means we are long. I don't think everybody expects a drop. I think everybody is hoping it's gonna bounce, and that's a different thing, because hopium is gonna get you wrecked, and this is time of, you know, getting people wrecked. When you see stuff that's bad, and you have this, you know, feeling that, oh, I just hope it breaks out. I just hope. And that's why, you know, I was also, you know, sold some of my stuff up here, is because I was having this feeling of hopium, right? Oftentimes this feeling will come when you come to some kind of top, and you know, start to ranging some kind of levels, and you know you need to break certain level and just a little bit push towards the upside. We're gonna be so, once you get that feeling, that hopium feeling, that's bad, guys. That's bad, because not only you have that feeling, a lot of people have the same feeling. And the problem is, if a lot of people have the same feeling, that means that they are gonna get into anxiety when we get to the bottom. They are gonna get into the fear when we start dropping, and they're gonna start panicking when we are getting close to the bottom, and then they're gonna panic sell, right? So I can sense fear. TLI is going to pump. Long, nice. So right now you see that DXY is doing okay. Bitcoin is not doing that well. Stock market is doing not that well. It can still bounce, but we are living on the hopium. We are living on the, you know, bulls can change this around. But the problem is that, you know, all the bears that FOMO'd in, they FOMO'd it, you know, in at here at the top. So we don't even have the bears right now to push the price higher. Right, because they, you know, the bears buying up here and trying to push the price up gave extra liquidity to the shorters and to the positions that have been bought down there, right? So when the price came up here, and you know, bears started, you know, buying, they were adding liquidity for these guys to sell down here, right? Sell into this move towards the upside. So I definitely think that you know, probability right now is more towards downside. How much towards downside, I don't know. I'm not saying that, you know, this is gonna go down to 15K or even 14K or something like that, even lower than that, 10K. But guys, this move up here can actually happen. I don't want to scare you, stuff like that. But up here, if you just look at 2014 move, and if this is the exactly same move as 2014, you know, the bigger move towards downside, it can, you know, go down to some kind of 20K up here and bounce off of that. The dip is coming, guys. The dip is coming, I think. And you know, unfortunately, the bears couldn't hold on, and they FOMO'd in, and right now they won't be able to be buying the dip. I think so, but important levels of support needs to be broken yet. Right now we created this new support level up here, but you know, it's not confirmed because this green candle is open. I would say there are two major lines up here. Let me just remove everything down here. This bottom, because this is engulfing candle up here, I'm gonna say this bottom down here, something like this, give or take 26, 27, 28, give or take these lows down here. If they, you know, start giving, you know, giving in, and we drop through that, it's pretty much game over for you know, hopium that is gonna bounce over here, and then we are looking, you know, some kind of, you know, 21 level up here, 28 up there, 20 levels down here for some kind of bounce, right? Some kind of trend change or something like that happening. I might be wrong. I was wrong before. This does happen. Unfortunately, I just give you what I think might happen. Even CK is short. We should assume all YouTubers spreading FUD now. It can only mean we pump. Gort, you might be right. I didn't know CK is short. I did not know CK is short. 9-3 is inevitable. See people talking about 10K again. 12K end of 23. I know when people are still talking about 10K and 12K, I know it's the bottom, but you know, we are just trading the move. We are just trading the move. Of course, if we pump, we're gonna definitely dump. Now that we don't have any hidden bullish divergence on the daily, we may pump. Maybe. Yeah, maybe people are, you know, too bearish right now. Maybe people are, you know, people are too much fear and we might pump. This is definitely probable, guys. We might definitely pump over here because people are, you know, in too much fear, too much, you know, they're very, very scared. But I don't think we had capitulation on the move. I think we need some kind of capitulation candle. If you look at the volume up here, the volume is actually not been big up here. Up here, there's a, you know, nothing is happening up here. The volume, you know, started up here, but we still didn't have any kind of capitulation move up here. Ever since we started going towards downside, this is, you know, max euphoria up here. The volume has just been going slightly towards the downside. So we need some kind of bigger volume to see capitulation, and we didn't have capitulation yet. And Anum's Virgin CPR before moon. Virgin CPR, what is that? Let's see. CPR lines. What does CPR stand for even? Doesn't matter what price does it next time. 9K gets touched in late 23 or early 24. There where the true sport is. There is a slightly bullish divergence on daily. Yeah, we don't have bullish divergence. We don't have anything. Anything else of interest right now? I can tell you that my shorts are doing okay, and I had actually had a successful trade yesterday. So you know, I'm happy about that. You know, we broke the what am I gonna say? We broke the losing streak, so that's good. So I'm happy about that. As you can see here, we got 3 shorts going up here, Aptos, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. 0, 0, 0.6, and Aptos is, you know, up 6%. This is my entry and stop losses. Let's just go. This is Aptos over here. This is Aptos, and you'll see that I shorted it down here somewhere and went up here. Had this week a nice week. Didn't get me out of the stop loss. Move down here. Retested right now, going up. I still think this can actually drop down more, so I'm gonna leave it open. Especially after this big week towards upside and didn't get me out. That's nice. And if this continues dropping down, we're gonna have a legendary move. Let me explain to you why. This is too funny, guys. This is too funny. Let me explain to you why. So in Bitcoin, I'm gonna show you where I short and stuff like that, right? So here's the thing. Where is Bitcoin up here? Let's go to 5-minute time frame. So in Bitcoin up here, there's this channel, right? And this is too funny. This is too funny, guys. Too funny. Where is channel? Channel goes something like this over here, give or take. Yeah, it doesn't matter. This was the channel, right? So I shorted it right over here, give or take. I shorted right over there, and it started going towards the upside. My stop loss was at 280. 280. You can see up here 280. You can see my stop loss exactly at 280. So if I had kept my stop loss there, I would have gotten wrecked and taken out. But I knew that this needs to turn around. So I actually moved my stop loss, guys. I moved my stop loss. And where did I move my stop loss? I moved it up here a little bit, up here to 22,999. Because I saw this, you know, 50 moving average up here, and I was like, God damn, it's gonna test the 50 moving average. And 50 moving average up here was at 29,991 or something like that, right? So I actually managed to survive my Bitcoin short up here without getting, you know, stopped out on the exactly at 22,980. So you know, if this actually continues down, it's gonna be a legendary win. It's gonna be a legendary win. It's so nice. And let me show you my ETH short. Let me show you ETH short on over here. It's also legendary. It's also gonna be a legendary ETH short. I'm telling you guys. Okay, this is 37 minus a 39. So I short it down here somewhere, right down here on these moves towards downside. It starts slowly climbing up. I didn't think it can go above these levels up here, and you can see up here it went up there, but you know, $2 more and I would have it stopped out, you know. So definitely some legendary entries over here. Definitely some legendary entries over here. So you know, hopefully this plays out you know, in the long run. 36, 40k, then still goes to 9k after that low. Bitboy car move calling bottom is all we need to know. Weekly bullish difference. Guys, follow the channel. We're gonna definitely, you know, keep following. Did this trend over here break? No. We're gonna definitely, you know, keep watching Bitcoin, what Bitcoin is doing. It is climbing up here sideways, might do a nice move up here and then bounce towards the upside. Get everybody scared, you know, get everybody scared and bounce. This is definitely a problem as well, because we are keeping these bottoms down. This 5-minute chart, so you know, this move might actually happen on the 5-minute chart, and then you know, climb up here again to, you know, my my stop loss, kick me out, and then go down, or you know, go towards the upside. Guys, thanks for watching. I gotta go. You know, I got probably stuff to do. You know, there's always stuff to do. That's life. Enjoy the day, and we're gonna keep, you know, following Bitcoin in Telegram and see how that actually plays out. Is there anything else, guys? I don't think there is anything else. I'll see you around, guys. Bye bye. Watch your ears, guys. High music coming. Bye-bye. Hey guys, wait. We are not done just yet. We are not done just yet. Wait. This thing over here is curving, guys. This thing over here is curving. So we are looking at this move up over here, right? This is the support line. This thing is curving. If it breaks the trend, doesn't matter. If it breaks the trend, it's gonna be over. Then it goes up, right? But you can see up here that this last part over here, if you just analyze the last part, we can go even small time frames up here. This inverted chart, you can see that this uptrend up here got broken. Then we had this uptrend up here, or downtrend technically, that got broken, retested, goes up here right now. So this line up here is very important, guys. This line up here is very important. I still think it can do another one of these moves up here towards the support up here or whatever. Then it might be, you know, time for long positions over here. See? Maybe this was the big, you know, maybe this was capitulation. Maybe this was capitulation. 3% down. Capitulation on 3% down. I don't know, man. I don't know. Doesn't matter. If the trend gets broken, we good. If the trend gets broken,